Hello, everybody, and welcome to the EPR Formation Podcast. I am your host, Sam, and I am here with...
A cat named Minty.
And we are at the penultimate round now. It is Belgium, 2 rounds to go, and obviously it looks like it's going to be the most exciting end to a season in a lot of racing leagues. But this one seems ultra special because with 2 races to go, we have 2 drivers stuck on the same points, and also Gavin 7 behind, but he is not going to be racing today, which is very annoying for him. But despite that, we do have Midnight and Dylan neck and neck with the championship with 2 races to go, and either of them can take it because they both have been strong. What's your opinion on it?
It will be very interesting, especially with Gavin not being here. What I find interesting is that Midnight didn't participate in the first 3 races.
No, he didn't. That shows you something astonishing. Obviously, if some people are not aware, Seb or Super Guy, he decided to leave. He didn't leave the league in general. He's left F1 2019 racing, and it's not particularly because of this league. It's not particularly because of any other league. It's just because he's got fed up with the game and some stuff like that. So, that is hence why Midnight and Dylan are now the 2 leaders of the championship right now. Just to clarify.
Yeah, how much points was he on before this?
He had 83, so he still actually would be leading.
No, he had 85.
Nah, he had 83. He had 83, yeah.
According to your standings before Britain, he had 85.
Oh yeah, did he have 85? Did he? Oh.
Yeah.
Apologies for that. That's just me all over, making mistakes left, right, and centre. We should be joined by Midnight. Dylan unfortunately can't join us because he's busy, but we should be joined by Midnight soon. On to other parts of the standings then. So, looking at the standings this year, with 2 races to go, who has impressed you overall?
Definitely not Chapelele.
Good old Chapelele. He did get his race win, so let's not bother him too much, shall we?
Really, Gavin and Tim.
That's who I went for, especially the fact that Tim got a race win as well. Not saying that he was like out of contention to get a race win, but 4th in the championship is impressive. Also, so Gavin and Tim, you've been impressive. I mean, I can admit as well, Tim's obviously been close to getting 2 wins this season, actually, really. Gavin's been Mr. Consistent, hence why he's in 3rd place in the championship. But I said Tim was 4th, didn't I? He's actually 5th. I'm a D has got 2 race wins this season as well, which is really impressive. But I mean, what surprised me the most really about this season is no one has gotten more than 2 wins. So just shows that everyone has had a go at winning basically in that top half. You've had Midnight win, Seb win, Dylan wins, I'm a D win, Tim win, so that's 5 alone, and also Chapelele win. That's 6 drivers who have won this season, which is an impressive amount. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong if anyone else has won, but 6 drivers is an amazing amount of drivers really for 10 races.
I think it was 7.
Nah, I think it was 6.
3, 4, 5. 7 because.
Oh yeah, Spires. Oh yeah, of course. I forgot about Spires, who won, of course, the inaugural race of the season. Jeez, it's been 10 weeks since that now. 10 weeks.
That's a long time.
It's actually 11 weeks, isn't it? But Jesus, it's been a long time since we were at the start of the season. And things have changed a lot. Let's just say that. Dylan only had 4 points at the first race of the season. Now look at him on 80 points 9 rounds later. Just comes to show how the switch to Ferrari has really helped him. Chapelele, though he's on 19 points, he did have his first ever point, first ever race of the season, because he obviously got the
pole position. Same as in the 2nd race and same as in the 4th race.
Yep. And obviously same as in the 10th race, which actually he got the win as well, so congrats to him on that one. We do have a few people who are yet to score points still. That is 4 drivers. That's Nexus Hardline, who is new with us, so he hasn't raced yet, so that's obviously
replacing me.
Yeah. Dane Star, who raced in the last race, he was replacing Super Guy till the end of the season. Messi, who he was in for a while, but he has had a lot of bad form and maybe misfortune, but he is asked to rest the season since he wants to focus on another league on another day, which I decided to grant that with him, so that's okay with me. AOI Asahina has left league racing for a while just to calm down or something from league racing. Maybe just take a break from league racing. So he's still in the standings though, since I mean I'm not going to really allow anyone else to join because there's really no point, is there? 2 rounds to go. Is there really any point having other
Well,
drivers?
of course, Cooper and Sam, I don't think they're in the standings.
Oh yeah, Cooper as well. Cooper got P2. He did really well in Britain in terms of where he qualified. Obviously the race didn't go so well. Let's not mention anything, let's be honest. But I guess you got a bit of a red face now, haven't you? Yeah. Nah, but Cooper is a very interesting one. He is on the reserves list, but I have said to him, maybe perhaps today, maybe perhaps today I'll give him some sort of seat for today. Hopefully he could do well in that seat like he did in Britain, so it's a pretty good decent qualified. I was actually surprised since I was told differently. I'm getting called by somebody, I do not want to answer, I need to answer. Right, so on to the constructors now. There is a huge battle for second.
I don't even think it is mathematically possible.
No, Ferrari have won the constructors right now, and there is no way any driver, any team can catch up.
34. No, 32.
Nah, it's 34, isn't it? 17 multiplied by 2, it's 34.
Nah, it's gonna be impossible now. Didn't even do the whole maths. But it's not impossible.
Ferrari have absolutely smashed it with Dylan.
Of course, in the first few races wasn't the best, but now they really popped off.
Yeah, the only round where they really haven't done like any sort of well at all was round 2, where they only got a point in that race.
What race was that?
I believe that was something to do with the fact that Super Guy was not here.
It was Austria. Yeah.
So Super Guy wasn't here, and I believe Chapelini bottled it, but he obviously got the point from the pole position, so that's good. Anyway, so the battle for second place, it's a huge battle between Racing Point, Renault and Red Bull. Now, if you think of what Midnight has done for Racing Point, you would expect them to be second, but literally Renault and Red Bull, they're still in huge contention. They're both on 89 points to constructors. Red Bull have had a lot of bad form recently compared to Renault, but with no Gavin there today, and Red Bull should have 2 drivers. This is a good advantage for Red Bull. So, I mean Racing Point with the wins could definitely help them too. What are your thoughts on it?
I think Midnight can carry Racing Point, no offense to Wario. I think he could get them into second, but I think Renault could do a good job in the constructors. Red Bull, Imedy has not been performing lately, and Hardline I never saw him race, so I don't know how he's gonna do.
Yeah, well, I've just now invited Midnight, so it's up to him if he joins or not. We obviously know that Dylan can't join. I mean, it's been a great season for Midnight, hasn't it? Before he gets here.
Yeah.
He is here now. Whether he can talk right now, most likely he can, but hello, Midnight. Is he here?
Great timing, am I right?
Oh, he is here. Here is your joint championship leader right now. I'm sure he's probably getting a little bit angry when I say that he should be leading the championship right now. Let's be honest. A few words for just give me in 3 words. Describe what Britain was like for you, and keep it PG, please.
No, yes, boah.
Yeah, I can kind of see the same emotion. Really, it was not gonna happen. It was gonna happen, and then
Boah.
pretty much. It was a pretty boring race. You had a little bit of battle with Dan at the end. You had an unfortunate race. If some viewers are not aware, just describe to them what really happened. Like, why were you so low down?
So into it's gonna be PG by the way. We keep it PG. So into turn 3, this guy called PB Racing. You know, it's his first lap. We're already going 3 wide into turn 1, but someone decides, nah. You know, someone decides they feel left out, so they decide to join in, and
Yeah.
yeah, that and you know that 4 into 1 doesn't go well. Long story short.
No, I can completely agree with that. Honestly, even 3 wides into some corners are really risky around even tracks like Britain. But despite that, what happened after the race? Because we saw Dylan he had some sort of similar thing where he was near the back to you, but he was able to push towards the second place. So how come you were not able to do the same?
Well, I had wing damage, so I had to pit, and I made hards last the whole race, and the hards was horrible. And when I overtook Dan, my hards on 65%. So.
Wow, really stretched it towards the end there, and obviously could have easily round, I believe, at the turn 9, which was a nightmare for like 4 or 5 drivers. I believe Matthew spun out there, and there was a bunch of others I cannot remember at all who spun out there.
Lucas didn't spin.
On to Shapalele. I'm guessing you are happy for his win though. He's finally got a win this year. Obviously you two are like big frenemies, aren't you? So like obviously you're gonna be very happy that he's ended up winning a race this season.
It's better than Dylan winning the race, so yeah.
Well yeah, obviously for you in some sense, isn't it? In general, since you know, he doesn't take the championship lead, but neither do you, since you're still joined of the championship lead, so we don't have a championship leader just yet. On Gavin, if he was able to race today in Belgium and he was to beat you and Dylan and maybe make it, say you and Dylan end up retiring and Gavin picks up 7 points, would you say it's probably the biggest showdown that you'll probably ever be in your life if that happened? Obviously it can't. Just imagine it. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? 80 points for the top 3 drivers.
That'd be great, honestly. Hey.
It'd be just a battle to the sunset as well, wouldn't it? Obviously, because obviously we're at Bahrain, which goes into the night, which makes things even more electric, doesn't it? So
Bahrain makes me want to die.
Any predictions for today? Actually, before we get on to predictions, for all of us, before we cap off, because first of all we were late, so we're going to keep it like nice and short. But first of all, I want to really ask you, what are you like around Belgium? Is Belgium one of your favourable tracks, or is it No, it's not one of your favourite.
No, I've never liked this now. I've done about let's see here. I've done about 6 league races here, like since I've started league racing, and I've ended up bottling about 3-4 of them. So
wow.
Call me Chapalele.
Okay, I think you were called Retarder lately, didn't you? You've changed your Twitter name to that. And actually, before we get on to all our predictions and everything, I think we just need to quickly mention what me and Midnight have created. We've created a lovely. We have made a magnificent creation, probably the best creation that anyone will be able to make, and that is Bohemian Rhapsody. Whether we'll actually make a parody song in the future, we don't know, but Bohemian Rhapsody.
We have to. Yeah. We've gone this far. We can't turn back.
Yeah, we've created like multiple lyrics for it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's an amazing song, but whether we'll release it to you all depends. But I just wanted to mention that because we were literally almost on the floor dying of laughter because we were just coming up with all these songs for Chapalele because of his bottling. We also mentioned Matthew as a side as well there, so it's kind of, you know, a bottle song. Anyway, so on to our predictions. As he has not spoken a while, I'm going to ask Minty first. What is his predictions to Belgium?
Oh, I just got shocked. I was just scrolling through Twitter. Predictions for tonight. Well, I really want to go with Midnight, but apparently he
don't do it,
bottles a
don't do it.
lot.
Yep.
I'll go with... If D shows up, I think D will win tonight and become the third ever winner.
Don't you mean the first 3-time winner?
Yeah, first 3-time winner.
Alright. Second place?
Sam.
I think Sam, yeah, I think Sam as well.
Interesting one.
And then third, Dylan.
Dylan. So you've had first place for Dylan, so where would you put Midnight then? Because obviously it's
I don't think, no, I'm not gonna...
Behind him.
I might get a podium, but I don't think I'll be on the win. I don't think I'll be on the upset.
It's gonna be very, very close then, as it looks like, because Minty has said roughly around the podium area for both drivers, but you're not saying that neither of them are gonna win, so...
It's either Midnight or Dylan in third place. I don't see them going any higher.
Okay, I think it's a bit of a ballsy one saying that Imedee's going to win his third race of the season, but then again, I mean, you've got to have some sort of unpredictability there. We've seen that a lot this season, so we're likely to see that here. Now, I'm going to go for my predictions before we get on to Midnight's predictions, but I'm going to go for my predictions first. I can kind of back up with Sembi in second, but I think... Because, oh wait, we forgot pole position and fastest lap.
We'll do that after.
We'll do that after. I think for the win, I really favour... I don't know why, I really favour Wolbieg. I really favour him. He got the fastest lap in Britain, and he did show some pace in Britain, and I believe he has gotten quite used to the wheel now, because obviously he transferred from pad to wheel. He's gotten quite used to the wheel now, and if I'm correct, he is, well, in EPR anyway, he is the fourth fastest out of everyone in this time trial. This is including Womble, who is a reserve right now, who I'm actually going to let race today, because I want to see what people's pace are like, so watch out for him. I'm not going to mention reserves just in case, you know, anything changes. Second place, though, I'm going to agree with everyone here, and I'm actually going to go to Sem for second place. Great pace in Britain, and I believe he'll have good pace again in Belgium, and it's going to be very interesting because Alpha has suddenly come alive as well with Dan, who is starting to show up. Hopefully he shows up again today. He started picking up points, and he showed a decent display as well in Britain. I think he'll do pretty interestingly well, but I'm going to go with Dylan third as well. I don't see him winning. I don't see him winning today, and I don't see Midnight...
I'm not winning, no.
No, I don't see any of you winning. The only place I can really see you winning, the only case I can see you winning really, Midnight, is if there's a massive accident in up El Rouge or into turn 1.
Up Radion.
Up Radion.
Sorry, I had to.
Shush.
Rip headphones users.
Right, so Minty has just he's just messaged me this whole time. I've completely forgot to share the facts with you. So just literally go on to our finale bit. I'm just gonna go through the facts with you because I've completely missed it out. That's completely my fault. I haven't done this for a while.
I didn't want to predict the results anyway. It's fine.
Okay.
Anyway, so race laps, there are 22 laps and the lap length is 7.004 kilometers. Race distance is 154 kilometers as well with 19 turns. The lap record is 1 minute 147 1 minute 47 seconds 2.263
set by Vessel in 2009.
That's going to be beaten then, I assume. The fastest lap overall is a 1 minute 44.503.
That was set by Jarno Trulli in 2009 in Q2.
Again, where have you got these from? Like, surely they're going to be beaten. Absolutely smashed, surely. Anyway, the pit time loss here. This is not including the pit, like when you are making your pit stop, by the way. 17.4 seconds. If you add around 2 seconds to that, maybe a little bit more. You say it's roughly around 20 seconds, so there's not a big pit. It's not really a big pit lane and everything. If you can get the strategy right, then you could really benefit from the pit lane, as it is quite small. Anyway, so on to our final bit. obviously we've got to finish these predictions off. Midnight said he doesn't want to predict anything, so which is obviously fair enough because obviously he's a driver and he doesn't want to be so biased. But I'm sure he wouldn't be anyway. But then again, he doesn't really want to say Dylan's name, does he? Because obviously, yeah, it makes sense. Pole position then, who we got?
I'm not got my quali pace is horrible. And I'm doing race right now.
So
absolutely terrible.
Okay, I wanted to pick Midnight for that, but I guess no.
Yeah. Psych.
Right.
Okay, so one of the Mercs.
One of the Mercs. Wow. Wait. So what's going to happen to Tony or Plix, or Tony and Plix then? What's going to happen to them?
Take Dylan out, and then I'm going to win.
Force India 2017.
Wow.
No.
That'll be interesting to see. Plix is 26th on my friends list when it comes to fastest around this track. Don't see Tony anywhere. Probably got past.
What's my time trial lap, please? I don't know. Mine.
Your time trial lap, you're 10th on my friends list right now. Shap is the one behind you, and Warbieg is ahead of you.
No, like, what's the lap itself?
1 minute 42.970. So potentially you got a chance. I'm gonna say Wolbieg is gonna get pole position. I'm going all in on him since he set his fastest lap today, so he is ramping and ready to go in terms of his quali pace. Whether Dylan will be faster or slower, he did say he was relatively slower in his time trial today, so that's gonna be interesting. On to the fastest lap then. Who we got?
I just overtook an AI around Rouge. I'm just going to say that right now.
So I just wanted to say Midnight, and I'm going to stick with Midnight.
Yeah, you're going to stick with Midnight. All right. I'm going to go with. What we're going to go with? I think we're going to go with Dylan for fastest lap. I feel like he's got the pace there, and he is a fast lap king in the league in terms of what he was getting at the start of the season, middle of the season, and the end of the season. He was getting fastest lap after fastest lap when something happens, and usually when something happens to him, he comes to the pits and goes for the fastest strategy. So I've got Dylan for fastest lap. Right, so on to our final bit now, which is obviously the conclusion of this podcast. Obviously, probably not the longest one, probably a little bit shorter than expected. We've been here with Midnight today, and he's doing a Grand Prix race, but we will see you tonight at 8 PM. Me and Minty will be on commentary duty, as Minty obviously is no longer racing in the league. He's just going to do commentary for the rest of the season. And obviously Midnight will see you there as well, as he obviously will be racing later tonight as well. So good luck to Midnight, and obviously good luck to all the rest of the drivers who were not racing. So we're going to close this off by saying good night to you all. I have been Sam, and I have been with
cat named Minty,
and me,
and obviously Midnight, and we will see you tonight.